picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the UCLA Bruins. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, caught up with Coach Bob Chesney before the game. This is essential for both teams in the conference standings. While they have done well so far, they're both undefeated in league play. This will be the difference maker. Everybody having eyes on Indianapolis. The Big Ten champs will be backs against the wall. Whoever wins this game has the lead in the league and can make a huge statement come December. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Badgers will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the UCLA Bruins offense will get first crack at it today. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now. And the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Knight. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Neutral zone. Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Defense will back up and make things a little easier here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The Bruins will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. On the return, he gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Badgers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get our first look at Colton Joseph. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of depth.
Breaks away on the left. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing Joseph. Unloads to the right. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Badgers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds his target. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I know everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But when you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Snags a quick pass on the left. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The short hands, it's Brooks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Joseph on the play action. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
2nd and long here. Right side, it's Rigby. Could not make his way to the corner.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Gets rid of it. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And they can't make the connection on third down. The Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The give on the counter. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Keeps it himself. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Caught behind the line. It's Knight. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. 3rd down in the gun, Iamaleava. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The Bruins will send out the punt unit. Trying to take it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Joseph. Flush to the left. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Joseph escapes the pressure to his right. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Burrowing for yardage. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Needs it. And some great 4th down defense against the run. On the run, it's Knight. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got a man, it's Knight. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. New set of downs after the completion. Imaliava on the play action. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
All over him immediately.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively. Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. And after that penalty on the defense, the offense needs to move it just a hair more on 3rd and goal. Barrels ahead. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
4th down, Iamaleava. Touchdown, Bruins! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made the extra point without problem. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move. And get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. In the backfield, it's Kearney. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Takes the handoff. It's Knight. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Play fake, Iamaleava. He's got the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Motion from the wideout. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and long coming up. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Flips it out in the flat. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Throwing Joseph. Moves to his right. He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Joseph. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
This quarterback's showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because 1st down he got sacked, 2nd in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the 1st down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this 3rd down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the number 4 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Nittany Lions coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside the historic Rose Bowl. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and
he's loose. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Give him 88 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Joseph on the play action. Rolls right. Bought a little time, lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
On play action. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Throwing, Imaliava. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's third down. Look out! Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Buying time to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now here's Joseph. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They're backed up 1st and 10 from their own 1. First up, they've got to avoid disaster. From the gun, it's Knight. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Out wide right, it's Smith. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Out wide left, it's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the 3rd sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. The corners are walked up tight. trying to get the edge on the toss. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're all over it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the...
Caught, and he's got room. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, Spinderella brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll try the right side. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Left side, it's Rigby. Makes a grab and room to run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They're going to run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. Out wide left, it's Ellis. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Running inside, it's Knight. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Fires quickly. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Bruins will punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Looks it in. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
Throwing Joseph. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. The run inside. It's Knight. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Swamped immediately.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. I understand the second.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Iamaleava. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Pulls it on the option. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. Finds his man down the middle. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. The Badgers decide to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Pulls it, fired, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Got his man. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in balance. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Again, it's Iamaleava. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Moving the pocket, it's Iamaleava. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava pulls it in. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. 4th down, Iamaleava. Fires into the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A 69-yard touchdown drive. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.